Hello my dear friends. So today we are going to solve the problem longest common substring. Okay. So what will be given in the question? In the input there will be two arrays will be given. Let's say string x and string y. So what is string x? It is a b c d e. And what is string y? It will be a b f c e. Okay, so in last question we need to find longest common subsequence. So what we have given the output, that a was common, b was common, c was common and e was common. So a b c e, so we have written the length as 4. This was longest common subsequence, so I am writing LCS. But now we need to find longest common substring. So what is difference between these two? In these two we cannot skip the terms in between. It means it should be continuous. So here let us take the example again. So it is like this: a b c d e and a b f c e. So a and b are continuous, a and b are continuous, so this is a substring. Then which is continuous? C is continuous, so this is also a substring. Then E is also continuous, only one element is there, so this is also a substring. So substring is nothing but common elements which are continuous. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to return longest. So here the length is 2, here it is 1, here it is 1. So what we need to return, we need to return longest. So what will be the length of the longest common substring? It will be 2. So I hope you got the question. Let us take one more example, so it will help you to clarify the question. Suppose it is given a b c d x y z. Perfect. And y is given as x y z a b c d. Perfect. Now tell me, here a b c d is and here a b c d, these are coming in a sequence. Okay, so one substring is a b c d, and there is one more substring, if you notice, xyz and xyz, xyz. Okay, these are the two substring. So what is the longest? Longest will be 4, so we should return 4. I hope the question is clear to you now. Okay, so we can take many examples, but I think this will be more than sufficient. So how we are going to approach the problem? So in what we have done in LCS was, we have used two approaches. First one, we have used recursive approach, then we have used the dynamic programming approach, that is top down approach. So here also we are going to watch these two approaches. So what we have to do in the recursive approach? In recursive approach we require two things. What are the two things? Base condition and choice diagram. Perfect. So these are the two things that are required. So what will be the base condition? Suppose if x is given as a b c d e and y is given like this: a b f c e. Okay, so what will be the base condition? Suppose the length of the x is m and here the length of string is n. If m equal to 0, suppose if there are no element in the x string, so what will be the longest common substring? It will be 0, because if there are no elements to compare, how you can say that it is common in both the strings? Similarly, if n equal to 0, suppose in second string there are no elements and in first string there are some elements. So if I ask you how many are the common element between these two, you are going to say there is no common element, because if any of one have no the length is 0, at that time we are not going to get any common elements. It means our base condition is clear. Now we need the choice diagram. So what was our question? A b c d e e and a b f c e. So first of all, if there are two possibilities, either they can be what we were doing in recursive approach, we were starting from the end in LCS question. If the elements are equal, if x of I minus 1 equal to y of I minus 1. Perfect. Sorry, this is, yeah, you can say I j or you can write m and n, because it is their length. We have taken this as m and this is n. So if last element is equal, what we were doing, we were increasing the count. So what we will do, we are going to increase the count, but here it in the recursive solution, what we were doing, we were adding one and calling function again, calling again. Okay, suppose the function name is LCS only, but this time S stands for substring. Okay, so we are going to call LCS, but this time we have taken decision on the last element, so we are going to reduce the size of the both the string. So what you can say, that size is going to be decrease. We are going to pass both the string x, y, but this time size is going to be m-1 and n-1. Like this we are going to write the function. Okay, and what I told you earlier, what we were doing, if there are if suppose last element is not common, suppose here last element is z. So if last element was not common, then we were saying that we are having two cases, either compare this or this, or this one or this one. This we were doing in the LCS. But in longest common substring, the element should be continuous. If the elements are not continuous, it means we are not going to count the length. Okay, I will tell you by giving the example. Suppose this is given like this, a b c d e, and it is given a b f c e. So these are common, so here the length will become 2. But now these are not common, so here length will become again 0. Perfect. Now e and e is common, so here the length will become 1. Here there is no common element, so it will again become 0. It means if we are getting common element in continuity, then we are going to increase the count. But if there is no element common, then we are going to write 0, because it is not a longest common subsequence problem. Okay, I hope you got it, my question. Perfect. So what we are going to do now, we are going to see the recursive solution first. Okay, so let's say function name is LCS, which is taking x, y and m and n as the length. Okay, so first of all, if I am going to write if else condition, if m equal to 0, I am writing with the Python syntax, n equal to 0, then what we have to do, we have to return 0. If any of the string becomes 0, at that time we are going to return 0. So this is our first condition. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to do the choice diagram. So if the last element, okay, m-1 equal to last element of n-1, if this happens, so what we are going to do, we are going to, this time what I am going to do, I am going to pass one more variable as count. Initially the count value will be 0. Initially count value will be 0. So this time we are going to pass one more variable. Perfect. So now what we are going to do, we are going to call this LCS function again. We are going to call this LCS function again. LCS function. This time length strings are going to be same, but size is going to be decreased by 1 and count is going to be increased by 1, because earlier it was 0, now count is increased by 1. Okay, this is done, correct? Or what we are going to do, suppose, see, there are two things. We need to keep the maximum count as well. Okay, so rather than directly calling LCS function, what we are going to do, first we are going to store that also. Okay, so we are going to store this and then we are going to return LCS function. Okay, then we are going to return this function LCS with the x minus 1 and y minus 1. So here we have stored the count. Now what we are going to do, if the elements are not equal, so what we are going to return, we are going to say that count will be maximum of count or LCS of I comma j minus 1 comma 0, sorry, it will be x comma y m minus 1 comma n comma count, sorry, count will be 0 because we are not getting any element common, or LCS of x comma y m comma n minus 1 comma 0. Perfect. So this is going to be the, then we are going to store this count and then we are going to return the count. What we are going to do, we are going to return the count. Perfect. This was the recursive solution. Now let us move to the dynamic programming solution, DP solution. So what happens in the DP solution? First of all, what we were doing, we were making a DP. Okay, so let us write def LCS x y m and n. Okay, we have four variables, sorry, four things. This is string x, this is length of x, this is length of y. Now what we were doing, we were creating a DP starting each elements with 0 for every value in range of, first of all we need to write column and then we need to write rows for every value in range of rows. Perfect. So this is done. So what we were doing here, I am creating the DP. This is the rough DP. Okay, it is a matrix. Here what we are doing, here we are writing the size of x, that is m, and here it will be size of y, that is n. And what will be the size of this DP? Size of DP is going to be n plus 1 comma m plus 1. Okay, this is going to be the size of the DP. Perfect. So sorry, here it will m, here first we write rows, then we write columns. Perfect. So this is going to be size. So we have done the declaration Python like this. Then what we need to do, we know that in dynamic programming we need to fill the first row and first column by our own. So what this first column says, suppose this is 0 1 2 3, this is 0 1 2 3. So what this value will represent? This value will represent that the length of x string is 0, here it is 0, so length of x string is 0 and length of y is 3 elements, so y has 3 elements. Now tell me, what is the longest common substring in both? Can you find anything longest common? No. So what you are going to do, you are going to return 0. Similarly here also 0 0 0. So whenever any of the two string becomes, length becomes 0, we are going to return it at 0. So here what we have done, we have started the DP with each element as 0. Perfect. Now what we are going to do, we are going to store a result. Okay, initially we are going to write result as 0 because result, now longest common substring is 0. Now what we need to do, we need to fill this rest of the DP. How we are going to fill this rest of the DP? By the for loop. So I am going to write the for loop here. So it will be like this: for I in range of m plus 1, for j in range of n plus 1. Perfect. If I equal to, if x of I minus 1 equal to y of j minus 1, if both are equal, what we were doing, we were we were calling the we were calling dp I comma j by increasing count by 1 and we were decreasing size by 1 for both the cases. So this is the size decrement of x, this is the size decrement of y. This we have done. Okay, so this is done. Now what we are going to do, we are going to compare that the value that we already have in the result is maximum or the value that we are getting from here dp I comma j is maximum. Whichever is maximum, please substitute here. So from here we are going to store the maximum value of result or the dpi comma j. So else what we are going to do, we are going to make dpi comma j as 0. As I told you, if the elements are not continuous, then in longest common substring the length will become 0. Perfect. So this is done. So like this our complete dp will be filled. And where we are going to get our final solution? In the last element of this box, okay, in this matrix. So our solution will be in the last element of the matrix. So how we are going to return the last element? It will be very simple. We are just going to return dp minus 1 comma minus 1. Minus 1 says that we should approach the matrix from last. Okay, so minus 1 will be the last element, or you can return dp of m comma n if you are using some other language, but in Python both the things are right. You can use any. So I hope you got the difference. So what is difference between LCS and longest common subsequence and substring? They are saying that if elements are equal then increase the count, but in longest common substring if elements are not equal make them 0, and in longest common subsequence we are finding the maximum, okay, maximum, then we are returning the solution. So I hope you got it. Thank you.